Greetings friends, welcome to A Shot of Code. Today we're talking about hoisting in JavaScript. Now this is the ability to use a variable before you've actually declared it. Not something you want to be doing, but something that you can do, and JavaScript lets you. What JavaScript does is hoist or move your declarations to the top of the scope that they're in. So if you're on the global scope, it's going to move it to the top of that file. If you're on a function, it will move it or hoist it to the top of that function. Let's jump in and have a look. Okay, well let's start with a scenario where we're just doing something normal. We're declaring a variable x, we're initializing it to 5, and then we're outputting to the log the value of that variable. That ordering all looks good. So let's have a look at what that gives us. So that output, as we'd expect, gives us 5. Okay, so what now if I set, so I'm using a variable on this line and I haven't declared it. I'm using it again on this line and I haven't declared it. And then I declare the variable at the end here. If I run that again now, what are we thinking we'll get here? We get the same value. And that's because JavaScript is saying this is valid code because this declaration is getting hoisted or moved to the top. So when it looks at this, it takes the declaration and it goes 1, 2, puts it up there. So we're now aware that this variable x exists before we use it down here. The thing to note here as well is it only hoists the declaration. It won't hoist an initialization. So if we were to use x in the console there and do a var x equals 5 down here, we're not going to get 5 coming out. It's not going to take this line and hoist it up to the top. It's going to hoist up just this bit here. It's going to take the var x and hoist it up top, and it's going to leave the initialization where it is. So if we run this now, well, that's what it's going to do. But if we do the code, we're not going to see 5 come out here. We're going to see undefined. We don't get an error. We don't get undeclared variable because we have declared it. But at the time that this runs, we don't know what value it is. And that's why we get undefined. So that is what hoisting is. It hoists the declaration up, not the initialization. Now, in a world of let and const and use strict, this shouldn't really be something that you you certainly don't need to use it. It's good to be aware of it, but you don't want to be reliant on this in your programs. But yeah, something to know that JavaScript can do if you come across it in some browser code. It's something you know people can run in the browser. It makes it a lot more accessible to use JavaScript to people that are new to JavaScript. But in a complicated application, you don't want to be using hoisting, and that's what hoisting is. Okay, there you go. Thanks very much for watching. If you like that, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of these videos, feel free to click that subscribe and alert bell icon below. See you next time. Bye.